Hi, this is Patrick doing my post for week 4. Specifically, my article is about how do entrepreneurial founding teams allocate task positions. So it's looking into how new teams that are pursuing an entrepreneurial endeavor allocate different tasks. And the article begins by providing some conceptual historical framework for how individuals have thought of this. So the first conceptualization was that entrepreneurs are kind of quirky individuals, and so what they do is they would build their specific allocated tasks based on what they would like to do, and so it could be really a myriad of different tasks under the belt that wouldn't resemble the typical structure. Um, the second conceptualization or framework is that there's pressure from the business world for there to be certain positions for every organization. So, for instance, a CEO, a chief marketing officer, that kind of thing, because having those positions conveys a sense of legitimacy and normalizate or being considered normal. It would be more acceptable to potential financial investors. Well, the authors of this article say, that doesn't really quite explain everything, and so we want to do a deeper dive. And so what they did is they took over 180 MBA students and put them into different founding teams, and they did a sort of mock allocation tasks for each of those teams. And they found some interesting results. So first off, for the specific tasks, these teams would allocate the task by an individual's personal accomplishments or previous expertise. So for instance, an individual that was involved in marketing or sales before they had started this entrepreneurial endeavor would be most likely to be placed in a CMO position or some sort of comparable endeavor. But the problem with entrepreneurial teams is that they typically have similar expertise. They have similar background and history. So whenever the accomplishments or particular expertise piece falls apart, they decide to divvy out tasks by personality factors. Even include some societal indicators such as gender, race, those kinds of things. And they found that individuals that even just a sort of a more broad view of an individual, so not necessarily someone that they've known for a long time, they'll look at some of those just sort of really prevalent indicators. So for instance, for these groups that have met together, that have only seen each other for this one meeting, they'll take the very surface level personality details that they can observe as indicators of whether they would perform well in a task. So to be more specific in an example, individuals that are more extroverted would be placed in a higher leadership position than individuals that would be introverted. And so it would really go along those lines. And that is it for my post for this week. Thank you very much for listening.